Welcome to Keep Trucking Personal, where we invite you to explore the heart and soul of our company, Kivi Brothers Trucking. Through engaging storytelling, insightful market updates, and vibrant energy, our podcast reflects our culture, values, and achievements. Whether you're a team member or industry enthusiast, join us to build connections, foster growth, and inspire excellence. Discover why we're more than just a company. We're a community, a catalyst for positive change, and a home for those aspiring to be part of something extraordinary. The pre-trip is complete and engines ready. We're set to hit the road on the Keep Trucking Personal podcast. Let's go.
Welcome back to Keep Trucking Personal. My name is Tyler Kivi, and I am your host. Today's episode is something that might sting a little, and you might not always get told what you want to hear, but you'll get told what you need to hear. And I think if you let that sink in for a minute, you might not always get told what you want to hear, but you'll get told what you need to hear. And in trucking, and honestly in life, we don't grow by surrounding ourselves with people who nod along. We grow when we hear even the truth, even when it's hard to take in. And I think this industry teaches all of us that. But I believe as office staff and as drivers, there's so much to learn from that concept. There's a culture in our industry that's been around far too long, and it's the drivers versus office mindset. And drivers who feel the office don't respect what they do out there on the road, and office staff who feel drivers don't respect what they're doing behind the desk. And I'll be real with you, I've seen it everywhere, not just here at Kivi, not just our company, it's industry wide. And it's if something or someone is in this industry, whether behind the wheel in dispatch and safety or even in accounting, the odds are they want to be here. And that's at any company. They want to help you succeed. And I believe that's both ways. That's not just the driver, or that's not just office staff or maintenance. It doesn't matter. If they're here at the company you work at, they want to help you succeed. So why do we let this us versus them culture keep spreading? And we stop. It's time we extend grace to each other. We're all playing the same game, trucking, and you don't win the game by tearing down your own team. It's as simple as that. And the trucking industry used to run hard on trust. Handshakes meant something. And when someone said, "I've got you," they meant it. And this industry's become soft. Now it seems like too many people believe the person on the other side is there to take advantage of them, or worse, to ruin them. And let me ask you, what if instead of assuming the worst, we assumed the best? What if we went back to building people up instead of tearing them down? Think about it. This industry, back when my dad used to truck, and back when my grandpa trucked, they didn't even have cell phones. They didn't have tracking. They didn't have any means other than trust. When you said you were going to be somewhere, you were there. It was as simple as that. And when you shook their hand and you gave them your word, that's what mattered. Where did that go? Why did that fade out? I mean, think about it. How many times do you see people in this industry let you down for no reason? I see it play out all the time. All the time. Someone says they're going to do something. Someone steps up to take on a challenge that they're not prepared for. And what happens? Well, where did that trust go? Why is there so many questions around trust? Why does it seem like a novelty to have trust when it should be the basics? Trucking 101. Trust is there. You do your job, I do my job, and we trust each other, and we're here to win together. That's how it used to be. That's how dispatching and the driver relationship, back from when I first remember, it was that good. It was gold. Every time you had a conversation, you respected each other. You didn't have meltdowns on either side of the phone. It was very cordial. It was business of how do you win in this game? And you had a short window to have that conversation. Driver was focused on what he was doing, called you real quick. I'm unloading. I'm headed to my reload. They pen and paper where they were reloading as you gave them dispatch information. It was very archaic, but it was solid. And where did that go? And I think when I look back, not only on the trust, but now when I layer in, we're only as good as our training. And there's a saying that's I've seen proven over and over again is when the pressure is on, you don't rise to the occasion, you fall to your level of training. And is it the drivers aren't trained properly to handle the adversity that's out there? What is it? What leads to that lack of trust? I've seen drivers agree to take on something out of their normal comfort zone, whether it's a different trailer, more complex route, or an oversized load. And when the moment comes, they either step up or they freeze. Not because they didn't want to succeed, but because their training didn't prepare them for that. Ask yourself, have you been in a situation where you're like, oh, I don't know what to do. I don't know how I got here. I shouldn't have been here. We're guilty at our company, and I know other companies are guilty of it too. And why? Why is it that vulnerable? Why are we not equipped to do the job? Is it because the industry has changed, the culture has changed, trust is gone, communication is poor? What is it? And it's the same for the office, right? That's the driver situation. If someone in dispatch hasn't been trained for a high pressure customer call, they'll avoid the call instead of solving the problem. That's the same for even a driver. If there's a hard situation that is in front of them, facing them, and they're not prepared to handle it, what do? They dodge a bullet. They don't answer the call. They get you off the phone as fast as possible. That's why trust matters. And if I'm your dispatcher, I need to trust you to deliver when it counts. And if you're my driver, you need to trust me to set you up for success. It's as simple as that. I think we have focus points in who we talk to every day. Why don't we trust them? Why don't we trust them? When I think of who holds me to the highest regard for trust and accountability and tells me the truth when I don't want to hear it, that's my wife, Caitlin. She will give me the honest truth even when it hurts. And that's why I love her, because I do not do well when I get told something that doesn't fit with what I'm thinking. I always try to push back. I always try to counter. And I have to get better at just taking the honest truth and understanding that's what I needed to be told. It's not what I wanted to hear, but I needed the honest truth. And the same goes if you're a driver and you get questioned about why you were late. You said you were going to be here. What happened? What happened? If you had a breakdown or you didn't feel well, anything that led up to why you were late, why didn't you communicate it? Why didn't you keep your trust high? We have so many forms of communication nowadays. You could send messages, voicemails, voice messages. I mean, the list goes on and on. Even though visibility is there, this is an industry that we want to keep personal. And that's why trust builds off of communication. And I want everyone listening to this to think about this. Who's really in your corner? Who has your back when the road gets rough? Who's telling the truth even when it's not what you want to hear? Who pushes you to be better instead of letting you coast? Think about it. Who does that for you? Turning down loads, poor communication, lack of follow through. Where do those things get anyone? Nowhere. Nowhere. They get you nowhere. But when you pick up the phone, you take that extra step, when you trust the people around you, you create wins. And it's not just for yourself, it's for the whole team. I've said this many times. Everything that happens in this company, we feel. The good, the bad, the ugly, the in-between, it doesn't matter. Nothing is hidden. We're a team. I represent every single person at this company. So does Derek, so does Dakota. We don't miss anything because we're a team. And the same goes for the drivers. Every decision we make, whether it's a customer, a bigger decision, more of a macro type of decision for the company, everyone feels it. But we're all in this together. And I think that's what everybody should trust. Trust the people around you. Trust who's going to help you win, because it's the whole team. And the trucking industry isn't about me versus you. It's about us. Because if you strip it down, we all have the same goal. Get the load there, get it there safely, and get it there on time. That's what trucking's all about. Of course, there's a lot of perks. You get to see the amazing country. You get to work with amazing people. You get opportunities to grow and do different things. But the foundation of what we do is that simple. Get the load there, and get it there safely, and get it there on time. So the next time someone tells you don't want something you don't want to hear, pause and ask yourself, is this what I need to hear to get better? And like I said, it's really hard for me to hear that because it goes against the grain. You don't want to accept it. But I think we all need to realize that we need to hear it. Because if you've got people in your corner telling you the truth, they're worth holding on to. And honest feedback is a gift. Without it, we stay the same. With it, we grow. Until next time, keep trucking personal.
Thank you for joining us on this episode of Keep Trucking Personal. We appreciate you taking the time to explore the heart and soul of Kivi Brothers Trucking with us. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a review to let us know your thoughts. Tune in next time as we continue our journey together, diving deeper into what makes us a community, a catalyst for positive change, and a home for those who aspire to be part of something truly extraordinary. Until then, keep trucking, and we'll catch you on the next episode.